Hi there, brother class. As you can see, I've got a few things out on my table this morning. This week, it's been all about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So I thought we'd have a little bit of a maths investigation using some bowls that I've got out of my kitchen cupboard and some porridge. Now, here is Big Bear. He wants to make sure that he gets the biggest bowl of porridge, but he's not too sure how to tell because he thinks this one is really very big and he's thinking that this is the one, but he's also got his eye on this one because he thinks it's quite deep, so he thinks that that one might hold more. The word for this is capacity. Capacity means how much something can hold. And I wonder how we can find out. Daddy Bear's not too sure, but I think we could have a go. I bought a big plastic tub to help me this morning because I think it just might help me keep a bit tidier, and you might do the same. I'm going to empty all of my porridge into the big plastic bowl so I don't make too much of a mess. And then you might have a cup or a little container that's going to be your measuring item. It might be that you've got a little measuring spoon like this, but a container like this, anything that you've got that you're going to use as your measuring, your counter. So I'm going to use this one, and I think what I'm going to do is to start off, well actually, what am I going to do? Daddy Bear thinks that this one will hold the most, but he wants to check on this one as well. I think he's thinking that this is going to be a smaller container, and he thinks this one as well. So if he was going to put them in order, I think he'd have this one first, then this one, and then I think, do you think this one? I think so. And he thinks that this one will contain the least. Now it's difficult to judge because they're different heights and they're different widths, aren't they? And that's why we need our measuring cup. So what we're going to do is we are going to count cupfuls and we're going to put them in. Now I'm actually being very careful and very precise with how I do this because my top has got to be smooth, okay? If I filled it only halfway up, that wouldn't be a full measure. So when we're counting, we're learning about capacity, we've got to be really precise, we've got to be really careful. So here we go. How many do you think it would take to fill up? Have a guess. That's called an estimate. It's a guess that we're thinking might be the answer. It's not always right, but once we practice and have a play with things, we get much better at estimating. I'm going to pour one lot in, and that might give me a better idea. It's filled up quite a bit, hasn't it? I'm wondering, maybe 4? Maybe 5. I might just jot that down actually. Got my whiteboard here. You could do the same when you're doing your investigation. So, shall I go for 5? I think so. I'm going to draw the picture of the shape of the bowl so I remember which one it is. So it's that quite big one. And I'm going to write 5. That's my estimate. I'll pop it back down there. Okay. We had 1. Now, let's go again. Got to be quite careful. That's my number 2. Give it a little shake. Up to the top. 3. I'm glad I didn't go for 4 because I don't think that's going to be anywhere near. That's 4. I'm not sure number 5 is going to do it either. Here goes in number 5. Oh, no, no, no. So we're on for number What number are we on for next? That's right, number 6. Nearly to the top. Give it a shake. The only reason I'm giving it a shake is to so that it all evens out. On we go. Number 7. And actually, we're pretty there, aren't we? Maybe we could squeak in 8, but we don't want it to be overflowing, do we? Okay, just about. That is right on the top. So, 8 was actually my answer. So I'm going to write that down. I might just draw a line down here so I can distinguish. Remember how number 8s go? It's a bit like we're writing a S, and then we join it back to the top again. So my estimate was 5. The actual answer was 8. How many more did I have to put in? I had 5, that was my estimate. 5, 6, 7, 8. I had to put 3 more cupfuls in, didn't I, to get there? I think that is a lot of porridge. I think you'd be full if you ate all of that. Now, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to tip all of this back in. I'm going to carry on doing my counting and doing my measuring. And I'm going to make a list of how much all of my containers hold. So I've got this big but shallow container next. So I'm going to draw a picture to show that. Then I'm going to do my estimate, and then I'm going to count and do my answers. Now I'd like you to have a go at that today. Choose any containers that you've got, not too big, otherwise you'll need lots and lots of porridge aids. I would go for 3 or maybe 4. Have a little play first of all. See if you can put them in an order that you think it will contain most, down to least. And then estimate how many they will hold and put them in an order. Write your estimate down and then your answer. Have fun and see you soon.